Welcome back to the UniTec YouTube digital media channel. Time for another hot seat. We continue our administrative focus here at North County, and we have Dan Harris with us here. And you are the assistant principal at the middle school, is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Yes, I did my homework for this interview. It's showing off.
Yeah.
Let's go back to high school, though, first. When did you graduate from North County High School?
2006.
2006. Yep. That was a pretty good year.
Yep, yeah.
That was a pretty good year. And you were, I believe, football, baseball. Did you play basketball, too?
I did up until my sophomore year.
Really?
Yep.
Did you? I did the same thing, and then Bill Martin kind of told me off to the side, like, "Well, Jay, you probably need to go work on your singing." Did you get that conversation too?
No, I just I wanted to focus on baseball and football.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So, but that worked out pretty good. I know you were very successful at both.
Yeah, did. Yeah,
Had a lot of fun, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Yep.
What? Who were some of the people? Let's go ahead and talk a little football first, since we're in football season. Mm-hmm. Who were some of the people that you played with that you really enjoyed, that were kind of in your grade, maybe above, below, that were part of that really good Raider run there?
Guys above me were like AJ Haase, Steven Skaggs, Ricky Cuevro. Those were all great football players. Older guys like Adam Howard. He was one of the best to play, and I always looked up to him. As far as coaches, Coach Howard was up my freshman, sophomore year, and then Coach Abshan took over after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Who were some of the players you remember playing against on some of the other teams that were pretty good back in the day?
Football-wise, when I was my sophomore year was Blaine Boss. He was, I was a running back. He was kind of the best senior running back in the area at the time. He was really good. Other players, Cape Central had a few very good football players. They had a really good team that year, my sophomore year. But other than those guys, no real big name guys. We played St. Clair my junior year to go to, I think it was a Final Four. We ended up losing that game, but they had a really good team. But as far as individuals, I mean, Blaine Boss comes to mind, but nobody else really.
Right.
Yeah.
Now let's talk some baseball. Obviously, 2007 or 2006 baseball, 2005 football. Again, probably the same cast of characters. A lot of those names I know.
Yeah.
Maybe Cuevro didn't play baseball, but Adam Howard, obviously, big time baseball player. Who else was kind of in that era you remember a lot?
The younger class really. Actually, my senior year, the junior class really complimented us real well. Chad Moss, Aaron Blunt ended up going to play at Mizzou.
Yeah.
They were both really good ball players. And in my class, guys like Matt Thompson, he's actually head coach at Hillsborough now.
Yeah.
We had a pretty good group there and made a couple good runs. Like won a few district championships. It was a really good era for North County baseball.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know Blaine Boss, a football coach too.
Yep.
So
yep.
a lot of coaches came out of that era.
Yep.
That's really, really cool. Who was your favorite teacher at North County, non-coach? And you give us a couple here as you came through the ranks.
Non-coach
teachers.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, my favorite teachers were always my coaches.
Right.
I mean, I got to give it to Coach Howe and Coach Jones, And I worked with Coach Jones. But non-coaches, I'd have to go with, I always liked Miss Powell, the art teacher.
Yes, Benny Powell.
Yes, she was always one of my favorites.
Yeah, absolutely. Did she discover some hidden art talent?
No, art was not my forte. So I just enjoyed it. She was a family friend of ours, and I just always enjoyed her class. Ended up taking art a couple more years in high school because of her. So
that's awesome. Yeah, she's super sweet lady.
Yep.
No doubt about it. Was it weird when you got into education and now you're teaching, coaching with a Brian Jones, people like that? Was that a little weird at first?
At first, yeah, because I started out Bismarck and then I came here, and there was still a few like Mr. Schoenhart, Coach Jones. They were all teachers here when I went to high school. But Coach Jones, I worked with him for what was it, 8 years, and then we were in 5 years. We were in PE together. And he's always been he's a great guy. Even never was weird going from coach to working with him at all. So,
did you see much of a different side of him?
Oh yeah, definitely. But Not really. I mean, we were always, once I got out of high school, we're both outdoorsmen, so we
Right,
got a lot
yeah.
in common. Both big into football, so.
A lot of common hobbies
Yep,
there,
yep.
no doubt about it. What kind of walk us through your whole career? Because you said you started at Bismarck. What subjects or what grade levels did you teach there? And then kind of walk us through from where you were then to where you are today.
Okay. I was at Bismarck. I started in the alternative school and ISS, K-12 over there. So
It's a dream job, isn't
yeah,
it?
Yeah. Yeah, so I did that for a year, and the second year over there I was a business teacher, and then my third year I came to North County and taught business for 3 years and coached football, and then I moved to PE. Me and Coach Jones moved to PE at the same time, and I ended up coaching baseball and did football and baseball for a few years. And my last 3 years at the high school, I did just baseball. And now I'm at North County Middle School, assistant principal.
What do you miss about the classroom?
Oh, PE. I mean, that's one of the best jobs there.
Well,
there
yeah,
is,
absolutely.
Just the kids,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
I built
yeah.
a lot of good relationships over the years with the kids, and I enjoyed PE. Enjoyed strength and conditioning with them. But I also enjoy my job now, so.
Very good. Favorite all-time football player? And you give me a couple players that you really enjoyed watching their career or enjoy watching their career now.
High school?
No, I'm talking professional.
Oh, professional?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of them.
Right.
I was running back, and so I was always a big Reggie Bush fan. I know his career's kind of coming to an end, but he was always one of my favorites. Tom Brady. I've always been a Tom Brady fan. I know a lot of people aren't, but
That's okay.
I always have been. But other than that, really, I mean, I'm a fan of the whole game. So
What about baseball? Who's some professional baseball players?
big Cardinal guy.
Sure.
Albert Pujols. I mean, he's been the guy pretty much
Yeah.
the whole time. I was a big Jim Edmonds fan when I was younger because I played outfield, so he was one of my favorite players to watch.
How do you like Jim Edmonds as a broadcaster?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really pay much attention to it, but I mean, I
See,
guess he does a good job. I
He
mean,
knows what he's talking
yeah.
about,
Oh yeah.
but his delivery, there's
Yeah.
something wrong with it.
I really like you mentioned that Tony Romo. I
Uh-huh.
like to listen to football
Yeah.
games he broadcasts because he can almost tell you what's going to happen before it does.
Oh,
almost
absolutely.
every time. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, he's probably one of the best color commentators ever
Yep.
because he really can predict what's happening.
Yep,
that's
he
that's
can.
something special. Your thoughts on how the Cardinals season ended? Because I mean, I thought for sure they were going to beat the Phillies. Maybe I'd have been okay if they lost to the Braves. Braves are a really good team.
Yep.
But to see them get swept like that, man,
Yeah, it was
I still
rough.
feel bad.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. I hated to see it, but just we got a lot of big name guys, and you don't hit the baseball, you can't score runs, and
Yeah.
it's just it is what it is. Unfortunately, I hated to see it, and it was a shocker to me too. But
Yeah.
it just is what it is, I guess.
All right, so let's talk cafeteria food.
Yep.
What is your favorite cafeteria food at North County? Something that you'll eat every time it's on the menu.
Well, I have to go with the chili and the peanut butter sandwich was my all-time favorite when I was a kid. I also like they used to do a soup with the grilled cheese that was pretty good. They do tomato soup now. It's pretty good too. But those have to be my top two.
Have you ever had people weirded out when you take that peanut butter sandwich and you dip it in chili?
Yeah, but
And that's just a regional thing. Everybody around here does it.
Still
Like
do
even
it.
kids from DeSoto do it.
Yep.
And then I think once you get past Fredericktown, it goes away and people look, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But it just tastes so good together.
yeah, that and the peanut butter with honey mix.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
Somebody gave me the recipe for the peanut butter squares,
Yeah.
which were usually the dessert with that. I'm gonna have to try that someday and see if it works out. See if I can make it taste as good as Joan Kelly would. Are you much of a movie guy?
A little bit.
A little
Just
bit.
depends.
Yeah. What? Give me a couple of movies that if you see them on, you'll sit and watch them.
I'm a Western guy.
Okay.
My all-time favorite's probably Outlaw Josie Wales.
Wow,
I'm a big
okay,
I'm a
yeah.
Clint Eastwood guy, so that's probably my all-time favorite. I'll watch it still to this day if it's on. So.
Anytime it's on, you
Anytime
will
it's on,
watch
yeah.
it from start to finish. Very, very good. What was your favorite subject in school besides PE?
Business.
Yeah?
That's what I went to college for. loved it. Ended up being a business teacher. I actually do miss being in the classroom teaching business some days, but that was definitely I think Coach Abishan taught it at the time. So
Yeah.
that was my favorite.
What interested you about it so much? Was it the finances of it, the marketing of it?
Yeah, I was just probably because I was good. It came easy to me. I'm not saying I was good at it, but everything I kind of understood it really well, and the financial math I was always pretty good at. So
Favorite local restaurant to frequent?
a lot of them.
Yeah, name as many as you like. They all advertise with us, and the more you say their names, the more free food I get.
Yeah, I'm a big Hub's Pub fan.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandon Hubbard. He's probably
Absolutely.
gonna watch this. Shamrock. I really like Shamrock.
Oh, yeah.
The old one and the new one.
The old one, there was just something about it,
Yep,
wasn't it? That
yep,
rock
the old
burger.
building.
Ooh.
Yep, was good. Other than that, I mean, I'm a big fan. The Sand Trap, I really like their
Yes.
food. So
I hate to say this in front of people that really love Hunt's.
yeah,
I think that Sand Trap double bogey burger is as good as a Hunt's burger.
I would say.
It's very, very tasty. Try that out if you haven't yet. When you go to St. Louis, is there a restaurant there that you like to frequent, or just maybe a couple of places in the St. Louis area that you like to go out when you're having a little getaway?
I don't make it up there too much.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, no restaurants. I just leave St. Francis County to go up there and eat at.
Right.
Really. I mean, we're up there just pretty much with Chick-fil-A. I mean, as
Yeah.
far as like fast food, we'll hit that, and I think is it Arnold or Festus?
Yeah, Arnold has it.
Yeah, but
Isn't it nice to get away and you don't have to worry about somebody like, hey, Coach Harris, hey, Mr. Harris?
it's real nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Everywhere you go. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I never understood that until I became a teacher,
Yeah.
how that is so strange. And it's good to get away from the kids. Because I remember hearing teachers when I was in high school talk about, I can't go to the movies, and
Yep.
and I remember like seeing teachers at the movies, and of
Yep.
course my teenage self would get their attention and try to make fun of them.
Yep.
Let's see, which sport do you enjoy watching on television the most?
Oh, football for sure. Yeah.
Right, just the presentation of it.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks really good, and you can spend your whole Sunday
Yep.
enjoying
all,
football. Do you do?
all Sunday fantasy?
I'm about to say that was my next question. Do you do fantasy
Yep.
sports? What is the name of your fantasy football team?
Oh, I don't. Off the top of my head, I really don't know.
Yeah?
What either of them are. Some
So you're in two
generic
leagues.
name. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in 2 leagues. Yeah.
In 2
we actually
leagues?
have one of our leagues is a group of all former North County Raiders, and then Coach Palmer. He's in there as well.
Oh, nice.
So it's a Gold Blue Dynasty League. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a pretty neat league. There's 16 of us, and we all win here, and it's pretty competitive league.
That's a
too.
deep league.
Yeah.
16
Yeah, it's tough.
teams.
Yeah.
Man, who's your best players on your team?
Justin Jefferson.
Okay, that was probably your number one pick.
Yeah, he was one of my keepers. Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Who else do I have? Oh, the Texans running back, the rookie. I got him.
Okay.
Who else? I'm not good. I probably.
So you're probably middle of the pack,
I'm
judging
no,
by
yeah.
your.
Yeah, one of them middle of the pack, other one I'm in second. So
Oh, okay, very, very good. How long you played fantasy football? You think?
probably 6-7 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What type of food do you despise? If you find out you're going somewhere and they're making this type of food, you're hitting Chick-fil-A on the drive-thru on the way there.
I don't know, because I'm not a real picky eater. I
Yeah?
do just about anything. Maybe spaghetti. I mean, I'll eat spaghetti, but
Right.
it's not one of my favorites.
Okay.
You know.
And other Italian foods?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good with
I like
go with
other
those?
Italian food,
Okay.
but
Very good. Favorite flavor of ice cream?
I'm boring chocolate.
Yeah.
Probably.
No,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Chocolate's the way to go. What famous person or actor would play you in the Dan Harris biopic movie?
Well, I'm a big Clint Eastwood fan, but I knew this question was probably going to be asked.
Okay.
I asked a few people. I don't know if this is a good or bad thing, but 2 different people said Billy Bob Thornton. And I don't know if that was is good or bad, but
Yeah.
I'll probably go with that. But I mean,
He's a big time Cardinal fan.
Yeah.
So got that
I'm,
going for him. I could see that.
I'm a Clint Eastwood guy, so I
Yeah.
would hopefully he would, but
Young Clint Eastwood.
yeah, the young.
Yeah,
Clint
yeah,
Eastwood,
and young Billy Bob Thornton too, because
Yep.
he looks about Clint Eastwood's age now.
Yeah.
If you've seen him recently.
Yeah, he does.
Very, very cool. All right, last question. We'll get you out of here on
Yep.
this. You're coming to UniTec. You're taking one of these programs. Which one would you be most interested in?
Probably two, because it seems like I always need something welded.
Mm-hmm.
I own a landscaping business or lawn care business. Always need something welded, but I would love to know, be able to work on my own car. I have a Jeep, so it's something always going wrong with it. So I would love to know that kind of stuff. I wish I would have when I was in high school.
So automotive your junior year, welding your senior year. Okay.
I should have done that. Yeah.
Fantastic. Very good. You're off the hot seat, sir. Thanks so much for joining
Oh,
us.
thank you.
All right, that's Dan Harris, Assistant Principal, North County Middle School, joining us here on the hot seat on the UniTec YouTube channel.